Namaskaram. In my previous video, I spoke about our collaboration with Isha Vidya, where we're trying to teach computer science to about a few hundred kids in 3 of their rural schools. And I spoke briefly about what we are trying to do. In this video, I want to talk to you about a very specific update that I have for you. And I'm personally very excited for this thing that we're trying to do here. Now, before I go into what it is, what we're trying to achieve, and why I'm so excited about it, it's important for me to tell you the story behind this whole thing. And this story will tell you why this is necessary and how it came to be. So, during the very early stages of Shuddhi Vidya, I established that our objective was to empower the vast number of highly talented kids in rural India with educational opportunities that they deserved. Because if you look at the ground reality of it, in this country, we have so many kids with so much talent, but they rarely get the kind of educational opportunities that they deserve. So basically the initial goal of Shuddhi Vidya was to target these kids at scale so that they can finally get the kind of relevant educational opportunities that they deserved. And if we can reach these kids, then we can pretty much reach any child in India and offer them what they truly deserve. It is a huge vision with a mammoth scale of impact, and there's a tremendous amount of work that needs to be done. So just before 2019, I acquired authorization from relevant educational authorities in Tamil Nadu to teach computer science to kids in rural schools for free. After a lot of struggle, they gave me the permission to spend about 1 hour per week at 5 different schools, and I had the permission to do this for about 4 months. So during the early months of 2019, I personally visited kids aged 11 and 14 in about 5 rural government schools to teach them computer science for free. Within the first few weeks of doing this, I realized that whatever traditional methods of teaching that existed would not be effective in this scenario. There were a few challenges. First was that I was no match for these kids in terms of energy levels. They were extremely pumped up, and there were about 30 kids in each of these classes, and no matter how much I screamed, they still couldn't hear me because it was just that noisy. The second challenge was that these schools did not have adequate number of equipment for this task. Each school had about 3 or 4 computers on average for the entire school, and so there was a shortage of physical infrastructure. And the third and the most important challenge was that I had very limited time to work with these kids. So I had to devise a special approach to effectively utilize the limited resources that I had in making a meaningful impact on these kids. So what I did was, I asked for 5 volunteers in each of the classes that I was teaching. And when these 5 volunteers stood up, I asked the remaining students to pick one of them as their leader. So the idea was to divide them into teams so that instead of having to deal with 30 kids at a time, I'd be dealing with 5 team leaders and then have them deal with a manageable number of kids within their team. So I got these 5 kids to volunteer as team leaders and then formed the teams around them. And then I asked each of these teams to come up with a name for their team. And they did. And all of it was done voluntarily. The team leaders volunteered themselves and the students picked their team leader voluntarily. And then they voluntarily came up with their team names. So there was a lot of initiative right there. The next thing I did was I stuck a sheet on the wall of each of these classes where I listed out each of these teams, and against each team we had the scoring for their assignments for each week. So because I had very limited amount of time per week, I had to create assignments for them to do when they were not in class. That was the only way to use their time. So every week I'd give them new assignments, and then every week they'd be getting scores for those assignments, and there would be a total at the very end of the class. And the moment I started establishing this, every student got really excited about doing their part. They were extremely excited to participate and get their team score up, and there was a healthy sense of competition among these kids. And because they were in groups, it wasn't just competition, it was also collaboration, because they had to help the kids in their group to succeed. So there was a healthy balance of collaboration and competition. So one of the biggest takeaways from the exercise that we did back in 2019 was that the moment you put them in a group and offer them the opportunity to work with their friends and allow them to create an identity that they can get excited about, they become naturally involved and excited to work towards doing their classwork, which they otherwise may not be so excited about. And in the process of competing with other groups and collaborating within their team, they gather new skills in teamwork and leadership and initiative, and it all happens in a very fun environment. So now back to the present moment. With the Isha Vidya collaboration, we have hundreds of kids participating in this course from across several locations. So now we have this portal in place. So this is called the Isha Vidya CS Leaderboard. CS stands for Computer Science. And it's basically a place for students to keep track of their team scores. So if you can see here, this is the home page basically, and you can see all the teams listed here. And the team has its own name and a logo. And beneath each team name, we have their average score and late and missed submissions to their assignments. And if you click on any one of these, you'll get to see the details of that team, which school it is, which class it is, and who are the team members. and also see the individual performance of these kids. So right now there's not much activity because we have to get started with the assignments. So that's why you're seeing zero and everything. But pretty soon we're going to get started, and there's going to be a lot of activity here, a lot of interest from the kids in this space where they're going to be tracking their teams. And we also have other tabs within this portal. This is school-based statistics, how many kids are participating in each of these schools, and their school performance statistic, as in what is their average team score, average student score, late count and missed count. So this is a great way for the students to represent their school as well, not just their teams or themselves. And here we have statistics for the students where they can come and see their individual scores and see that of their friends as well. Now you can see why I'm excited about this particular idea, this initiative. It's a very exciting pedagogical experiment, and I'm keen to see what the outcome for this experiment is. How is it going to affect their educational performance? How is it going to affect their engagement? So there's a lot of things that need to be seen, and we will be seeing that in the coming months, and I'll be sure to update you on this. And this is actually a very early prototype for something that we have plans to work on, which is basically a platform where multiple schools can come and voluntarily participate and have their kids use the platform to learn things. So the primary motive for such a platform would be to encourage students to take initiative and express their creativity and gather an appetite for healthy competition and also learning necessary skills for effective collaboration. So the platform would place special emphasis on learning relevant skills and assist them on project-based learning and teamwork. So they'd be able to learn new things on the platform and also exhibit their project work and also use the platform to collaborate on different things. So this platform would basically be a space for these kids to come and say, look what I can do, look what I've done. And because this will be a platform where other kids also come and showcase their creativity, their projects and their works, eventually this platform would become a space where these kids can come on and showcase their creative works and projects and have those creative projects compete with those of other kids. So instead of them competing on exam scores or something like that, it would actually be a competition of creative outputs, which is more open-ended and more exciting rather than just like seeing performance scores being the basis for competition. And throughout the whole process, they'll be building up their individual student portfolio. So by the time they graduate high school or something like that, they would have a portfolio of projects that they've done, and somebody who's interested in getting to know the caliber of this individual student, they could just come online and then have a look at their portfolio and see what they're interested in and what kind of projects they've worked on, what roles they've played in these projects, how ambitious this child is, and what truly interests them and gets them excited. So it would answer a vast variety of questions about that individual person, and it would give a very condensed glimpse of what they're like as a learner and as a doer. So it's all very exciting, and this particular portal that you're seeing right now is just a very early prototype of that, and we are very excited to work towards that and offer more updates along the way. Hope you enjoyed seeing this, and please like and share this video so that it can reach other people, and please subscribe to our channel so that you're updated on future activities. Thanks for watching.